adventure. I just tried to have my first ever stream on Twitch, and it went horribly wrong, I guess. I still didn't figure out why exactly, but apparently the video was not working. I tried to use OBS Studio, but, well, whatever happened, and I will just record, make a normal recording this OBS Studio app, and we'll try to test for Twitch later on without, I guess, going officially live, and just to get the handle on things. But gotta say, I was just trying to basically follow my own advice, of just do it. And well, I tried to just did it, to just do it, and sometimes it doesn't work. Doesn't mean you can't try again, but I will record just a normal video, well, without the stream at the moment. So the idea was that I will be doing color palettes to publish for Pinterest, and about 2 weeks ago I made a video where I talked about how, well, my setup for creating color palettes in Figma, and then putting them to Pinterest. And you can find this, I'll make myself smaller so you can see. You can find this file in a community, in Figma community files, with a color palette, a template for Pinterest. So in here, when you find it, you can open it in Figma. Again, Figma is free, so I do think you have to set up an account though with them in order to be able to open the file. And I'm still planning to upload this to Canva, so that's still coming. But at the moment, it's in Figma. And well, I wanted to experiment a little bit today, so last couple of days I've been using this template, so with 4 color swatches, but today I want to try out the 5 color swatches one, and without the names of the colors. I'm actually thinking, or without the hex codes for the colors. I'm actually thinking to maybe experiment and do both, but a couple days later, just to see how they perform and how it goes. So let's see. First, I'm actually not sure how many pictures I have. I will just copy this one. I press Alt and drag the frame with the right click of the mouse. That's a pretty fast way to copy a frame in Figma. And then I already uploaded the colors. Not the colors, sorry, the pictures I want to use. We're having quite interesting weather for the last couple of days. It's a bit crazy, sort of gloomy, cloudy, a lot of rain. I personally love it. I mean, just look at this. I think the green really pops up when the sky is so gray. Something almost apocalyptic, I guess, but I love it. Gives some sort of fresh feeling. So yes, I click on the frame, and then I go to the left corner in Figma, click main menu, then file, and place image. So that's the way I put images in, and as you see, I actually downloaded the same images multiple times because, well, sometimes I don't remember, or I guess I almost never remember. I think I have duplicates of pictures almost all the time, especially if I download them evening before I make color palettes. So 3 times though, that's, or even 4, that's a lot. But yeah, so absolutely love these palettes. This happened, I made these pictures yesterday, I think, 2 days ago on a morning walk. So just absolutely beautiful. Actually ended up walking under the rain as well, but it was nice. It was a summer shower, if I can say so. I uploaded more images, but now I sort of have to hunt them in my downloads. So that's one of the things that's always a thing. I definitely need better organization of things, but it's good that I remember what images I wanted to make color palettes of. So let's go with this one as well. Looks so beautiful. Well, of course I'll tell it's beautiful. I mean, I made these pictures, you know. Daisies. Daisies are so pretty as well. Well, everything is pretty. Nature is pretty. I think we can all agree on that. So I think that would have been the last ones. Actually, sometimes, for example, I might not remember if I made them. Okay, I keep not taking the whole frame. Sometimes I might not remember what palettes I already uploaded. So then I go to Pinterest to check, and this kind of palettes I upload to Nature Color Palettes boards, and I have about 5 sections there, and right now we are in the summer, so that was the most recent. Yeah, I think, all right, I think I didn't upload any of this yet, so something different. Let's see. Yes, I will add this and one more, and after that we stop with the amount of palettes. But today I'll actually upload them while doing this video as well, so we can see how the process goes. All right, so let's experiment. 5 colors. Let's go. Let's click on this on the first swatch. Take color picker tool and go edit. Let's click on the green. Nice. The green is popping. Well, how about a little bit darker? Oh yeah. Green colors. Also really like this sort of, let's see, yeah, this sort of grayish green in the background, although we can see, yeah, no, that was too gray. With Ctrl Z, you can just go back, and then almost the same. Yes, gray. Well, maybe we can try out, yes, gray, a bit darker, something that's a bit lighter, something dark, quite light, gray, let's see, yeah, almost quite interesting. How about a bit more green? So yeah, basically that's the process in a way. When I copy the palettes and then I simply start choosing colors. It's actually quite, it's like a therapy in a way. At the same time, for me, feels really nice. It's rather relaxing. I'll just change my position a little, so have a full cup of coffee. right now. So let's go for a little bit of brown or ginger. No. There. Nice. Really like those colors. Rich brown, chocolate brown. Really pretty. Look at that. Yeah. Maybe we will change this guy to a little bit lighter. Then the green. And then a little bit on the background. What is maybe a little bit lighter green. No. Really nice color. Sometimes the colors just hit the spot. Actually, I really like this one. Why did I change it? Can I go back? Yeah. Really nice greens and grays. Actually, I should have just changed. I probably should change the company names in the template itself. I will also hide the OBS Studio from my other screen. But yeah, so this way, when I copy, I will be copying already this changed company name. After all, this is my copy of the community file, so it works. Okay. Now let's go here and see. Really like the blues. So pretty. Wow. I'm already thinking of the next week's color palette for my blog. So every week in my blog I change the header and with the color palette of the week. And today we have the Midsummer edition, because Midsummer is coming. So I was trying to choose the colors that would remind of the summer, well, midsummer evening, when the sun basically almost doesn't go down. But I live in Helsinki, so it sort of does. Oh, look at that, nice. The grayish blue, so pretty. And then we can go, no, alright, maybe it's a little bit too much of the grayish blue here. We can go for dark green. And then maybe a little bit lighter green if we can find somewhere. Let's see. Yeah. Well, not lighter, but a little bit more. Right. Let's change this color. Feels like a little bit too much to the same. Oh, interesting. I like that one. Yeah, let's keep it. Also, it's always makes me somehow really paranoid not to have the OBS app here, because every now and then I can just check that I'm still recording and what exactly I'm recording. But of course, this part of the screen ends up in the video, so I don't know how ridiculous it looks or uncool. But, well, peace of mind is peace of mind. Alright. Oh yeah, the greens. Summer is always so amazing. The different shades of green outside. It's magical. I mean, I probably keep repeating myself from other videos I make about how magical things are, but they are. They're just magical. I have all the greens, but I'm trying to make it a little bit, well, not a little bit, but noticeably, I guess, different shades, just in case. Close, but not really, I guess. Maybe we will change it a little bit. Let's see. Dark. I think maybe that was good. I think this one we will change. It bothers me a little bit. Alright, yes, I think this is like a combo. Still bothers me. Still will try to change it a little bit more. Oh, too dark. Brighter. Perhaps I just should go to the blue. Sometimes when colors don't really work out. Yes, I think this is noticeably different. The thing is that, remember, if you are not exactly comfortable with trying to choose 5 colors, you can always have 4, or to be honest, you can just remove one of them and have 3 colors, and it wouldn't be a problem, actually. Huh. Don't I have it as... to update the file, I think, because this is not just the way things should work. Yeah. Well, anyway, back to the palette. This was really beautiful sunset about a week ago. It was really warm weather, and this picture was taken around 9 o'clock in the evening. You can believe it. Also, again, look at nature. I mean, this was taken, well, a week ago, a couple days ago, and then 2 days ago. It's unbelievable. Just all the colors we can have and experiences. Nice. Ah, the forest. Okay, and then finale. I think we still will go for the green. Actually pretty good, I think. Quite nice. Nice green. I will leave it at that. Yes. Okay, let's go. As I mentioned, I really like this kind of apricots, I guess. Brown, like very light brown, very gentle brown colors. I guess I like all the colors. I don't know. when I was younger, I didn't really like black much, but I think I'm coming around. Black can be a really, really beautiful color, especially in combinations with other styles or colors. Yeah, I think it was good. I actually didn't change my the company name to in the last couple of pins. So that's what we are doing right now. So here, daisies, so pretty. Have some coffee. Oh yeah, orange. I mean, daisy is such a beautiful flower, and it's so, well, beautiful, but I think the beauty comes from simplicity. It's basically, it's just a circle and bunch of ovals around it in a way, and the colors are like, well, yellow and white. You know, it's not exactly something super spectacular if to think about it, but when you look at the field of daisies or at the daisy itself, I think it is pretty spectacular. Pretty amazing flower. I guess I won't be repeating yellow just yet, right next to the yellow color that's already there. So basically when you create palettes as well, and if you, well, as well you have a flower, and there are two colors that are similar, for example different shades, but they're not exactly the same. You don't have to put them one after another. It can look confusing in the palette, right? So you can put some other color in between. You can juggle them around and just see how it is, if the coloration would look nice, if the color palette would look nice and make sense, or if it would look like not nice. I know, makes sense. Maybe a little bit too close to the flower. I really want to put more of this yellow, but I feel like it's just too close. Well, this is actually a bit different, but maybe we could even go a little bit darker. Oh, yeah. So more orange-like. And now we can go to almost white. Yes, a little bit darker green here would look good. Also, remember, this kind of color palettes, they're inspiration, right? But they are not tested with each other necessarily. For example, these palettes are not, where colors are not tested one against another. So then if you use this as inspiration and then you start developing your own color palettes, then just make sure that the contrast works in between colors. As well. I'm not sure what the name of this flower is. I think that would be good, but again, as you see in here, well, sometimes you have no choice, but in here, the colors of the flowers I would usually put with some other background. So for example, with the swatches that are located near leaves, because that would make more sense and would look better in most cases. Just about the same color. Like, if I could, I would put that pink everywhere. But it's too close to the other pinks we've seen. Ooh, this is a bit different. I think I'll keep it like that. A little bit different. I usually try. Well, okay, it depends. I sometimes try to group the similar colors together, or sometimes not. And I think this is we're almost getting to the end. Doing pretty good job today, I would say. I'm not sure if I will upload all of them today, to be honest. Probably not. Wow, look at that purple. Again, creating palettes is just, I don't know, makes me feel good. I guess because when I create palettes, it's just, I don't really think about anything else. I totally dive into color, and nothing else exists but me and these color swatches and these pictures. Maybe this is becoming a little bit too much. Let's see, I guess it's the time for a green in between. Maybe a little bit brighter green. Yeah. I also think perhaps in this video I will put some sort of music on top of it, because I'm silent quite a bit. Maybe this one. I do like this light green. Do we go back? Not sure if we can really come up with anything else here. Little bit different, but maybe not too different. Do like the gentle. Oh yeah, gentler. Actually, maybe we would try to do it this way. Well, actually, I don't know. No, I don't really like it more. So Control Z. Okay, just like that. Also, I'm not watching, and just like that. In case you're wondering, when I said that, just reminded me of that the TV series but I want to read the spoilers and to know what's happening there. So I'm sort of following the series, but not really at the same time. Maybe a little bit darker, or even more dark. Not too dark. It's pretty good, I think. Sometimes just have a totally green palette. So, all right. How many did I make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 palettes. Dang. I should definitely make these videos more often. I guess that was the idea with the Twitch streams. So, where I will take time, sit down, I can talk while making them, so it will be a video, and at the same time I will create a lot of color palettes. Actually, I think, well, why not? I will download one of them. Actually, before that, I want to experiment with one of them. I want to see if I will leave it that way, or if I will detach instances. And because most of my palettes, so basically the way I do them is that I change the shape of the circle, so it becomes like a blob, oval blob. But in here, I'm not sure if I want to do that, so I will just experiment a little bit. Do I like what I see? I don't know. Maybe I'm changing it. Maybe. All right. So, yeah, basically, that's how a lot of things, or that's how I recommend trying out a lot of things. You know, you fork around and find out. I mean, they're not the same size. It is quite different, but it is quite interesting as well. Maybe a little bit, if I would make them a little bit bigger, right? Yeah, like these guys. This is something, well, definitely new for me, definitely. But I don't hate it as much as I... Like at first I was like, whoa, no. That's a no. And now I'm thinking that it's not so bad. Interesting. You know what? I will experiment. I will get this template. So we go to export in the right bottom screen, and then we export this pin, and then we go to Pinterest, basically. So yeah, then we go to Pinterest account. I usually get to the add pin by pressing on my profile. Do I press on my profile? No, I actually press on the Pinterest icon. I go to Pinterest often. Yes, but then when I create a video, I suddenly forget everything I do normally, it seems. And then, so let's upload. Create pin, upload it, and let's call it Stormy Field, field, not filed, color palette. So I'm not exactly super creative with the titles. I'm trying to be pretty descriptive. Most of my titles are, well, forest color palette, because that's what they are. They are forest color palettes. But I guess this is a stormy field color palette. Well, rainy maybe is better, but I like stormy. And then description. Honestly, sometimes ChatGPT is pretty good at giving description as well, or suggesting something. So, for example, 2 sentences, doesn't have to be a whole text. But when you add description, I personally simply write how the palette made me feel, or what this inspiration could be for. And most of the time I could write something along the lines of, it was a beautiful and rainy morning. And then I try to add a heart. And usually I personally add the link to my blog. So in here. And then you go to the board where you want to add your pin. You don't have to add it to any board, but I recommend adding it. And I add this pin to nature color palettes, summer color palette. And then tag topics. So basically it's tags, how someone could, how Pinterest would categorize your pin and how someone could possibly find it. And for color palettes, there are at least 5 tags that I could recommend already. It would be color palette, color inspiration. You can add up to 10 tags also. Color schemes, color combo. So when the first 5 are added, that's when you can start adding other things. So for example, this palette has a lot of green. I would add green. Perhaps a field, if there is something like a field, but we don't have it. I don't recommend adding tags that are not really related to the pin, because it could be reported, and I think it's just bad user experience at that point. For example, storm photography. No, how about rain? No rain, I guess, either. Well, alright. Then I add web design, because I talk about web design. That's where I would want my pins to be popping up as well, and I add a link to my web design blog. So I at least use 2 tags such as web design and minimal web design consistently. And quite often I add website development and UX design. But actually at this moment, so we can add UI and UX design. Wait, can we? Yes. So this would work more with UI design. Yeah, and then we click publish, and then the pin is published. Need to refresh the page, but yay, here it is. Something different. Actually, I forgot to add perhaps one thing with these pins, and I talked about it in my previous video, why I like adding hex codes, proper hex codes, because right now it's pretty difficult to know what hex codes these are. Actually, they changed a little bit the design, so okay. Oh, nice. I think previously we couldn't edit description without deleting the pin. So right now we can actually do this. Really lovely. So let's start. Let's add the colors. I think it's just, it's a nice thing to do, to add the proper hex codes. Honestly, I think this would be the end of the video. I think my dog wants it to end as well, and I have to listen to him. He is the boss, you know. So, all right. And now we save it. Interesting. So it's actually, it will be saved then. No, it's not updated, I guess. Yeah, you can actually see the, nice. Actually can see the hex codes. Well, that was that. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. Comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you next. Also, have a happy midsummer, or as we say in Finnish, hyvää juhannusta.